Good afternoon, everyone. Imagine it's Sunday evening and you're watching the Bengals play football. During every commercial break, you're encouraged to place a bet on the game. You got emails about risk-free bets and limited time promotions. Before the game is over, you realize you spent more money than you planned on because you were chasing the excitement of winning. This is not just a situation I'm asking you to imagine. It's a situation that has become a reality for millions of Americans since sports betting became legalized. I recently researched the past, present, and future of sports betting and learned some interesting things. This made me realize the effect that gambling can have over an individual. Sports betting has exploded in popularity over the last several years. While many people see it as a harmless entertainment, its rapid growth has also created serious problems. It is now legal in many states, and mobile apps make it easy to place a bet in seconds. Non-stop advertising and the possibility of winning quick money have made gambling more tempting than ever, especially for young adults. Today, I want to persuade you that sports betting should be more strictly regulated because it has become too accessible. It increases the risk of gambling addiction and financial harm, and stronger regulations can help prevent individuals and families. To understand why this issue matters so much, let's look at how accessible sports betting has become. Just a few years ago, if someone wanted to place a sports bet, they usually had to travel to a casino or sportsbook. Today, all it takes is simply downloading an app with just a few taps on a smartphone. People can bet on almost every aspect of a game, from who wins to how many points a player scores. According to researcher Sally Gainsberg, 2025 article Online Gambling Addiction, online gambling makes betting easier and more convenient than traditional gambling, which increases opportunities for people to gamble more frequently. Another concern is the amount of advertising surrounding sports betting. Commercials air during nearly every major sporting event, and many professional leagues have partnerships with betting companies. These advertisements often make gambling seem exciting, easy, and even risk-free. Promotional offers like free bets or bonus credits encourage people to start gambling or continue gambling even after they lose money. Young adults are especially vulnerable because they spend a significant amount of time online and are consistently exposed to these advertisements. Instead of viewing gambling as a serious financial risk, many begin to see it as just another entertainment, part of watching sports. Now that we've discussed how easy sports betting has become, let's look at how greater accessibilities create greater risk. The biggest concern with sports betting is gambling addiction. While not everyone who gambles develops a problem, easier access increases the likelihood that more people will develop unhealthy gambling habits. Many people believe they can win back money after a loss, leading to them placing even more bets. This behavior, known as chasing losses, often causes individuals to spend far more money than they intended. Instead of stopping after one loss, they continue betting in hopes of recovering what they lost, only to dig themselves into a deeper financial hole. It just becomes a never-ending game of trying to catch back up. Research by Hing and colleagues in their 2018 article in the Journal of Behavioral Addictions found that promotional incentivities and betting advertisements encourage impulsive betting behaviors, especially among sports bettors. These impulsive decisions often happen when you're in the moment without considering the financial consequences. You can be watching your favorite sports team, see an ad, and think, well, why not just bet a few dollars? But these effects extend far beyond just losing money. Gambling issues have been linked to anxiety, depression, relationship problems, and significant financial stress. Dowling and colleagues' article Early Risk for Problem Gambling found that several risk factors, including impulsivity and exposure to gambling opportunities, contribute to developing gambling problems. Many young adults simply don't realize how addictive sports betting can become until they experience the consequences themselves. Finally, states that profit from legalized sports betting should dedicate more funding toward addiction treatment, prevention programs, and research. If governments benefit financially from gambling revenue, they also have a responsibility to help those harmed by gambling. Sports betting itself isn't necessarily the problem. The problem is how easily accessible it has become and how aggressively it is marketed, while relatively few safeguards. In conclusion, sports betting has become more accessible than ever through mobile apps and nonstop advertising. This increased accessibility contributes to gambling addiction, financial stress, and mental health problems for many individuals, especially young adults. However, stronger regulations, responsible gambling tools, education, and increased funding for treatment can significantly reduce these harms. I encourage you all to become more informed about the risk of sports betting and supporting responsible gambling. The next time you watch a sporting event, pay attention to how often gambling is advertised and consider the impact those messages have on viewers. More importantly, support policies that encourage responsible gambling and protect vulnerable individuals rather than the profiting organization. Watching sports should be exciting and entertaining, not addiction or something that causes financial issues. By promoting responsible policies and regulations on sports betting and making informed decisions, we can help ensure that the game stays about the sports and not the bets.